Hi everyone, this is part two, day one. Um, Javon Motors. Javon Motors is a small company that I'm about to create. It's not created yet, but it's on the process. I will be creating this thing in Haiti, especially Leogan, Haiti. That company gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff there. They're gonna do an airplane, cars, and boat, yacht. That's the main idea. In the meantime, this is a matter of the small airplane we're doing. It's a very small airplane that I'm doing the model. So I I went online, download this form from this guy, and I was able to print it out. It came out 20 pages like this. It was 20 pages. So this form I bought from Dallas Tree in New York. This is a form. I'm not sure what size of it. It's a foam board white. This is the mark where it's coming from. You can buy it from any Dollar Tree. It costs $1. I bought a bunch of them. So this small plane, you need two of those. So when first you print the documents because you download it online. It's a form of document you can come out and print it. It's a PDF form, PDF files, and you print it. You come out at 20 pages of this, and then you have to stitch them together. So you got to do a lot of cutting. That's why I use this. I'm gonna use this to cut this stuff, and this is to stitch it together. You know. So once you do that, you will come up with this. So this is the last one I'm gonna glue in here. Okay. So you're gonna have five on each layer like this. You're gonna have 5 of these. See, this is 5. That's one sheet. You glue them, you stitch them together. And I already stitched the other 2, so I have the 4th one to stitch. Just make it 20. So I'm gonna finish cutting this. And it's not that difficult to put it together, you know. It's just to be patient. So first of all, they all can stitch together. You can stitch them together, you know. So my experience is, because I've done this before, I kind of forgot I did this thing a couple months ago. Now, we're gonna see right here. I'm gonna try, because usually you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 together, but they all get to the right spot. I'm doing 1 because I did all 4 of them before. Okay, so I did 1. Now you can tell. Just follow me. Now, as you notice, this part and this part gonna be together because you're gonna cut them. After you stitch them together, you cut them into pieces. So I put it into the scotch tape there. Okay, like this part stay together. Okay. And then you do this part. It stays together. Okay, so now you got the whole page. Let me show you guys. The whole thing is together. Now I'm gonna these sheets, I'm going to glue them together. So you just follow the pattern. That's that. Now, usually when you go and stitch the middle together, the middle by itself, make your life a lot easier. So everything else fit into places. Now I have a scotch tape. I'm gonna glue the top part and the second part together. So this is where they merge. So this piece remain together. You make sure that you get it right. I think we're good. This is overlap. It's no big deal. No, it's not overlap. Okay. It's funny, my scotch tip just finished. So I gotta pause the video and go buy some more. Okay, so now the top and the bottom is glued together. Now, I don't have to tape this part to this. The reason for it is I'm gonna cut all the pieces by themselves. So basically, oh, I got one more section to do. Now I have this part right there. See those? Ooh, there's something overlap. Something overlap. It's easy to fix anyway, so do it slowly. There we go. I don't know why it's happening. There we go. There we go. So okay, I think we're good. Okay, so I think it was overlap. I fixed it. You don't have to be 100% because all this part gonna be cutting. You're gonna cut the whole thing and pull it together because there's the pieces from the other side. As you can see, this is half of a piece. It's some from the other side. So you gotta keep cutting it until you get it right. But it's not the work. Already 7 minutes. Now what's left in this part is just cut all the pieces. I'm gonna slice it. I don't have to do it on K and T. I'm gonna cut it with my scissors. I'm gonna cut it pieces by pieces. After I cut it, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna cut it and place it and show you how I place it on the board, on the form, and then tape it from the form also. I'm gonna try to do this in camera. This is the fuselage. It says, what it says, forward fuselage bottom. This is the forward fuselage bottom. There's the fuselage that has two bottom. There's the forward bottom and then the rest of it. After fuselage bottom. Okay? So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cut this in for you guys, but you guys know how to use the scissors, so I don't think you don't have to be afraid because once you stitch them together, you can start. Let me start right there. I'm gonna start cutting it there. Do it one of them in camera, and then I go ahead because the paper once you cut it, you don't need it no more. Then I'm gonna show you where I place it. So I think I need this for something else. Let me go. Okay. So I'm gonna see this thing. Okay, now you can see. Basically, I want to cut this. Believe it or not, this is how we start in the plane. This is the first step of a real plane. Even the name hasn't come up with the name of the plane yet. So this is how it's begin. This is the model I'm creating. From the model, I'm gonna have it. I'm still gonna do a lot of modification and make it the way I like it. Right now it's in the process we're doing there. This is something I download online. And okay, so let me go ahead complete this piece. I don't want to make the video too long. As you can tell, this is where this piece was. Okay, this is where it was. I'll take it out. Now what I will do, I'll put it on the board. The board is, this is the board. I'll have to place it somewhere on the board so I can cut the board. So I'm going to show you guys that in a few minutes after I cut all the pieces together. As you can see, all the pieces cut from this board, so everything fits. It's 10 pieces like this. You glue them, you stitch them together, and then you cut them into pieces. You got the full piece of each of every part of the airplanes. Now the only things left on this board, and I got to continue the other one. So I'm doing this part only. This part I don't have to do this because I'm buying this thing as it's a control on, as it says it in there. I'm buying it as a plastic, so I have a bunch of them before. So I did the plane this fall, so I don't have to buy this. That's the only part I do not have. I mean, I don't have to make this part. Reason for it is I bought it as a plastic thing, so hopefully during the next videos you can see them. Right now this is the last piece which I have to be left. Now as you can see, this is all the pieces cut and put it in front of the board. Then I'm gonna cut it on the board, so you see the board will be gone, so we have a bunch of pieces together there. Then the next part of the video is just to glue them, put them together. Let me pause that for a minute. Now this is the other section that I already did the first time on the part 1 of the video. Now I'm gonna cut it. One thing I noticed, because I already started the bottom, I cut the wing already. I made a mistake on the ring. The reason I made a mistake, this part was on the other half. In the other half, because this is 10, the other one is 10. Now this part was on the other half. What I was supposed to do, put it right here and tape it. I did not do that. I did not tape it. And what I have, a wing is not complete. So what I think I did the same mistake before. Basically, I'm gonna cut this part and put it in a new form, and see if it fits. I believe it will fit. Let me pause this. Okay, so I was able to place all the pieces together on the first board. Let me show you guys this. Except this one, that one, and that one. So I got those 3 pieces left because I have 2 of those boards. See, everything is set. Everything is set. The whole board. I got the little piece on top that is missing, but I know how to fix it. I'm gonna fix it right here. That little piece will be placed up top, so I can glue them together. But so far, the one board is done. So I'm gonna just complete the other board. So I cut all the pieces, and whatever the amount of pieces it is, I cut them all up and places on the board. Then I'm about to cut the form. So I'm gonna just go ahead and finish the other one, which is I'm almost done also. Okay, so I complete the other part. Like I said to you, this is two form, as you can see. This is the end, and I got a form. I bought 2 of them. It's $1 from Dollar Tree. So I taped everything. I can scotch tape everything. So now all I have to do, take a knife and start cutting. Okay, take a knife and start cutting. That's all I have to do. So that will be when I'm done that. I will start it on part 2. But still part 1 same day. Part 1, I think it's part 3, day 1. So after I cut the whole thing, and I will begin to glue them together. Then when I'm gluing them, I have to put all the electronics in them. So I will show you guys that on the next video. So this is a little bit shorter video, which I enjoy. And this is the second part to form. Now if you see this, I made a mistake. Look at the end. I didn't get to glue this. You see how it's supposed to be? So I cut this. This is how when you cut it. And I made a little bit mistake on this. You see, when I cut the whole thing come off. Okay, the whole thing come off. The board remain like this. Okay, the board remain like this, as you can see. Okay, but the problem is this is not the right size. I messed this one up. So I'm gonna use this thing for something else, for reinforcement for the ring. I'm gonna double the ring, so reinforce the ring. Okay, so this is good. I guess we're done. That will be the end of this video. Now, I'll clean this thing up. Now I gotta get my knife and start cutting. Okay, I'm gonna get my knife and start cutting. That will be part 3.